They say elevators are supposed to move people up. That day, it did something else. It stopped time. The lights flickered once. Then silence. No music. No motion. Just the low mechanical hum of a system that thought it was smarter than it really was. I was already on my knees when she noticed me. Toolbox open. Panel exposed. Hands steady, because panic never fixed anything. She didn't look at me at first. People like her rarely do. She was dressed like urgency itself. Expensive fabric, sharp lines, confidence stitched into every seam. The kind of person whose calendar controls other people's lives. She pressed the elevator button again. And again. Harder each time. I finally spoke. "Ma'am, that's not helping." She turned. Slowly. The look said everything. "Who are you to correct me?" I didn't take it personally. I never do. I just said the truth. Pressing it like that sends conflicting signals. Makes the system worse. She laughed under her breath. "My company designed this system." Of course it did. That's usually how it goes. I nodded. I know. That's when she finally looked at the wiring. At my hands. At the laptop already connected to her perfect machine. And that's when I told her what no one else had. The truth. Her billion-dollar smart building system had a flaw. A small one. 0.3 of a second. A gap so tiny it looked harmless in a lab. But in the real world, with power fluctuations, aging infrastructure, unpredictable loads, that gap becomes a failure. And failures stack. I told her the elevator didn't stop because of bad luck. It stopped because nobody listened to the people who fix things. She said it was impossible. I told her I'd reported it for 6 months. 14 times. Emails. Tickets. Logs. Silence. Why? Because I'm a maintenance guy. Because my name doesn't come with a title people respect. She didn't argue after that. She just watched. I bypassed the automated controls. Manually reset synchronization. Forced the system to behave. 60 seconds later, the elevator moved. Relief filled the space. But something else filled it too. Awareness. She asked how I knew her source code. I told her the truth again. I learned it. Error logs don't lie. They confess, if you know how to listen. I taught myself because I had to. Because when you're stuck between floors enough times, you stop waiting for permission. She sat down on the elevator floor. That surprised me. People like her don't sit on dirty floors. She asked about my life. I told her about my daughter. How I skipped college because diapers cost more than dreams. How I fix elevators so she can build better systems someday. When the doors opened, she wasn't the same person who walked in. She invited me to speak to her engineers. I almost said no. People like me don't get invited upstairs. But she promised something different. That room was full of degrees. MIT, Stanford, titles heavy enough to bend spines. They stared at me as if she did. I unveiled failure, performed simulation, demonstrated proof, ended in silence. But their respect was sincere. She offered money. I refused. She presented better opportunities. A seat at the table, not for charity or pity, for my daughter's future. 6 months later, the system changed. Strong, tested, and effective. The company's stock soared. But deeper change occurred too. They started listening. Reality. Leaders unaware of the closest solutions. Titles create distance. Silence perpetuates systems. That elevator illustrated a culture. Fixing it was worth more than promotion.